Michael Ferrar from D Sport Magazine, and joining me today is Joe Macasero from McLeod. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Thank you for having us.
And what do we have here?
All right, so we have our Street Twin Disc Clutch. It is our 1,000 horsepower clutch, and it's one of our newest releases that we're really excited about.
So this is a twin disc clutch, not just different in its design, but different in its application from most clutches out there. Tell us a little bit about that.
This is rated for 1,000 horsepower, like I said, and it's for the 2JZ to a push-style transmission like a T56.
All right, so let's open this up. We've got the clutch alignment tool right there. That's always handy to have. And let's take this off. I'm gonna just throw stuff on the ground here. And whoa, it's not light.
It's heavy, but heavy duty.
Heavy, but heavy duty. So it almost looks like aluminum, but this is a chromoly steel flywheel, correct?
Yeah, it's one of our billet steel flywheels. It's SFI rated, and it comes in at about 24 pounds.
Very cool, very cool. So let's take this apart and take a look inside. Tell us some of the things about this twin disc clutch that's going to be a little bit different from the other ones on the market.
So first thing that you'll notice is there is a floater plate that has straps on the side.
Okay.
So that strap design is designed to make it release nice and clean.
Okay. This looks like just your typical pressure plate. I mean, nothing too exotic about this one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. With the exception of this is probably a pretty good clamping force on this.
It's a good clamping force for a twin disc. It actually will have a pedal feel similar to like a 4-cylinder economy car.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So our top disc here, we take this off and looks like we've got a solid hub in here, which is one of the things you got to do on these multi-disc clutches to get everything to fit. And what type of material do we have on here?
So we have a cerametallic, or we call it a ceramic just for short.
Okay.
It holds heat really well and it grips really nicely once a little bit of heat's built in. However, for that, you can drive it on the street normally like an organic disc clutch.
Gotcha. Now, if we look here too, looking at this looks very different from most of the multi-disc clutches that we see out there. Like you said, it's actually using straps.
Yeah, definitely. So there's 4 straps per side, and it'll help with, like I said earlier, the release on the clutch. In lieu of the sprung hub unit, this will help quiet it down and take a little bit of the harmonics out of the clutch pack. All
right, now I was searching for the socket there in case you couldn't see that. All right, so let's take this off real quick. All right, so we're gonna pull this off and keep that hardware together. Now, interesting, so this is just basically a standard pressure ring, something almost like you'd find at the bottom of this.
Yeah, very much so, yeah.
And it's now attached here by using straps. And now here's kind of your typical multi-disc design, and most of them has some type of actual stanchion or something up here that it's actually gonna be hitting against. You push that clutch pedal down to the floor and all of a sudden your engine sounds like that. It's all rattling all these places and stuff like that. You don't have that experience here?
Not for this street clutch, no.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so a little bit quieter than your typical multi-disc clutch. And just for the people out there that don't understand the main advantage of having a twin disc versus a single.
So right off the bat, you're able to hold more power. You go from what would be maybe an 11 or a 12-inch clutch, you shrink the discs down to now 9 and 11/16. So we effectively have more surface area.
Gotcha, gotcha. So with the same amount of pressure, if everything's staying the same, you're gonna get double the torque capacity.
There you go.
But we actually reduce the clutches a little bit in their size in order to get them to spin down quicker and you can shift easier and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. All right, so let's take this off. So now we've got this off and we get to our second disc and it looks pretty much to be a match of the first disc.
Yeah, absolutely. The only difference is the thickness and that's about it.
All right, so there we go. Now, servicing this clutch in general, what needs to be done?
It would come into us at McLeod Racing in Anaheim, California for a rebuild.
Gotcha. So I noticed there's no step on here either. So this is basically made so that there's no step or anything like that. It's just gonna install straight onto here?
Yeah, absolutely. This is based off of the W58 or the 5-speed flywheel. So we had it to send to our machine shop and we blueprinted it ourselves, and this is our own design. So it's a billet steel, like I said, SFI approved and completely flat and specific to this clutch.
So can handle 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, 1,000 horsepower at the flywheel with this setup, but then you also make some, in case somebody's getting a little bit crazier than that, you've got another series?
Yeah, definitely. We have our RXT 1200 HD, which has the same disc, same floater, same flywheel. The only difference is the clamping force on the pressure plate.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Now, is there a step down from this if you don't need something this?
Yeah, definitely. There is our ST, which is rated for 800 horsepower and 800 foot-pounds of torque at the crank. And that has an organic facing on the discs. So something more similar to a stock clutch.
So anything that has to be changed with the hydraulics or the throwout bearing or anything like that when you put this clutch in?
Typically, you're going to want to run an aftermarket hydraulic throwout bearing, kind of like either ours or any other manufacturer out there.
Okay, okay.
Or you can get away with either running, if you're running a GM application, an LS1 style throwout bearing.
Very cool, very cool. All right, guys, well, here you go. This is the newest clutch offering from McLeod, and they've got more on the horizon, trying to get those adapter plates out there and get you to get the right transmission at the right price for your vehicle. Well, when you need the right clutch for it, look at McLeod, see what they got for you.